Right then, lads, welcome back to Cossy's Arsenal podcast and welcome here to the last day of November because, guys, we're going to be speaking about a lot of Arsenal sport, a lot of Arsenal transfer news, a lot of Arsenal news. But, of course, don't forget, today is the last day in this beautiful month of November. So we are moving very fast to December, where we have so many games coming in thick and fast, where we have so many games, important games to pick up points and maybe fight for the top four. For me, it is December and January. The moment we go through those 2 months, still contenders of the top four, I'll be more than glad, I'll be more than convinced that Arsenal can now start fighting to finish in the top four. But of course, guys, today we're going to be speaking about a couple of things. Arsenal have put in a bid for new player, for a new young talent, the new Kylian Mbappe, and his name is obviously called Iannis. Stocia will be diving into that. 18-year-old, 7.5 million euros. That is the bid. It has been rejected, but of course Arsenal will go back with an improved bid. The owner of Steaua Bucharest has already come out and said they want more money and they want a sell-on clause if they are going to sell the young, talented new Mbappe. Are we going to sign the new Mbappe? I'm going to be giving you an update around that. Adrian Kajumba, the Daily Mail, what have they said about Bukayo Saka and his injury problem at the club? Already, of course, yesterday, Mikel Arteta, we got an update from him saying that no, it doesn't look really big. But of course, Adrian Kajumba and the Daily Mail are saying Arsenal could be facing a big problem with Bukayo Saka and the injury situation around there. Pablo Mari wants to leave the club, and of course his club Flamengo wants him back. Should we let him go? Obviously, there, after being bullied by Romelu Lukaku, he's never stepped onto Arsenal grass yet again. And of course, guys, I'm gonna say this, with the centre-back partnership that we have at the moment, I don't see Pablo Mari getting game time yet again. We're going to be diving into that again and see how exactly is it going to be unfolding right there at the Emirates Stadium with Pablo Mari. His contract is still on, but should we sell him or should we keep him right there? Karim Adeyemi, another young talent, again, almost for the third time now, linked with Arsenal. Arsenal want to try to sign Karim Adeyemi, and there is a big transfer boost there because they, RB Salzburg, will be selling the player for the right price, and they do not have any agreements with any other teams to sell the player to them. It is very open right there. So let's get into it, guys. Make sure you smash a like on the video. 200 likes for this video. Make sure we get that 200 likes for this video, and obviously let's get subscribers. Let's get you guys subscribed. If you're not yet subscribed, if you're not yet a subscriber of this channel, you're making a huge mistake because a lot of content is coming in December. I think I'm planning on 500 videos around December, transfers and match reviews and match previews, around 500 videos in December. Obviously, I'm looking at match previews and match reactions there, at a lot of content coming in because we have so many games coming in that month. So make sure you subscribe, make sure you're hitting the like button as well. Let's get to it, because guys, to start off with our party today, let's start off with Bukayo Saka and Adrian Kajumba and the Daily Mail. Now, the Daily Mail have actually come out and said that Arsenal are looking to avoid what would be a big scary injury for Bukayo Saka. Yes, of course, Mikel Arteta came out yesterday after the press conference, after the match press conference, actually not really yesterday. Of course, we saw it yesterday in the video when I say that Mikel Arteta actually confirmed that there is no big worry. There is no big injury there with Bukayo Saka. There is nothing really to be scared of. Now, Adrian Kajumba and the Daily Mail. Look, I love Kajumba. I love Kajumba so much. I really affiliated him so much with the Athletic. But now that he's at the Daily Mail, I'm really skeptical about the Daily Mail. But of course, they've actually come out and put out a story, and they say Arsenal should be worried about Bukayo Saka. The way he limped off the pitch, the way he actually sat down on that pitch was not actually very promising. It wasn't actually very good. Of course, Mikel Arteta yesterday came out and said it was just something very small. He felt uncomfortable, and that's why we pulled him out of action. Of course, the Daily Mail do not agree. They're saying that is not the reason. That is not the only reason. That's why the player was actually pulled off. That was a big injury. And of course, there could be something more to it. There could be something bigger. Obviously, I know there is a lot of burnout in Bukayo Saka playing for England, playing for Arsenal consistently all the time. There must be burnout with this young, with this young lad. And obviously, if it's not burnout, then of course, players do suffer injuries at this time of the season. It is cold. It is winter. It is very, very difficult for players. And that's why some leagues like Germany, Italy, and of course a couple of other leagues do take breaks, do take the winter breaks, because it's so difficult during this time. It's very cold and players pick up a lot of injury, lots and lots of injuries. So with Bukayo Saka, guys, I cannot even say anything now. I don't know what's going on. Mikel is giving us a big update there. Now, of course, there is nothing. It's just uncomfortable. It's just discomfort there. And of course, the Daily Mail now, Adrian Kajumba also coming out and saying, look, there should be and there could be something bigger and more to it. But of course, guys, if we can, if we can just avoid that injury coming into the Manchester United game, I feel like we have a chance. But with players like Saka away, we might not actually stand a chance. I just believe Manchester United, after getting Ralf Rangnick and obviously getting that 1 point against Chelsea, they are now energized. They believe they are back. They believe it is time for them to shine again. And obviously now 2 games unbeaten there. Villarreal 2-0 in the Champions League and 1-1 against Chelsea, the table leaders, the best side in the Premier League and in Europe, arguably at the moment. They got a point there away from home. They must be really revamped. They must be energized. It's not a free hit. It's not a free point. It's going to be fighting for the points there at the Old Trafford. Of course, guys, it's been a long time ever since we won at the Old Trafford. The last time we won at the Old Trafford there, came recently. But if you look at our last 5 fixtures there at the Old Trafford, it's taken a lot of time. It took us a lot of time to beat them at the Old Trafford. And of course, despite the fact that they're not really doing well at the Old Trafford this season, you never know. You never know what's going to happen. They have a new manager. They have a new revolution going on there. A new era. We don't want to go there unprepared, and I just pray that Bukayo Saka actually comes back fit and well. But of course, guys, talking about young players there, of course, Saka, I'm gonna say Saka, congratulations, to Bukayo Saka there. During the Ballon d'Or Awards, he came out in 7th, of course, in the tier of the young players, and I just believe Pedri, the boy that actually won that award, absolutely deserved it. But I'm going to say, Saka, congratulations. Keep working harder, my boy. You're going to get there. You will definitely get there at some point in time. But of course, guys, now moving into transfers and now moving into what you guys want to hear. But of course, before we do that, pause a bit, smash a like on the video and subscribe. Let's get into it. Let's get into our could be the first January signing this year, the coming year actually, 2022. Because guys, yes, like I said in the introduction of this video, Arsenal have sent in a 7.5 million euro bid for another new Kylian Mbappe, another young player there, guys, that has been linked with Arsenal in the past 14 hours, and it is already catching fire. It is already moving around. Now, what I know at the moment is that the player is called Iannis Stocia, playing for Steaua Bucharest, and Arsenal are much interested. Now, the player is a striker, looks like a striker, of course, a modern forward, again, more than a Kylian, just like Kylian Mbappe. You can use him as a striker, you can use him as a winger, you can use him as an inverted winger, you can use him as a false 9, you can use him in any way you want. 18 years of age, of course, that poses a big question. Is he coming in as a direct replacement of Aubameyang and Alexander Lacazette, or actually, are we looking at someone for the future? Are we signing someone for the under-23s? Because I think we have actually signed so many players for the under-23s. I don't think we need another player in the under-23s. Honestly, of course, Balagan is going to leave the under-23s, so probably Arsenal could be looking there and saying, if we can get Iannis Stocia there, get him in the under-23s and maybe pull out Balagan, that could be a good replacement. But for me, I need someone with experience. I need someone who can get in there and be that rock solid player. And for me, Iannis Stocia, with all due respect, is an academy player, not one that's going to play for Arsenal. But of course, it's very, very highly rated. Like I said, 7.5 million euros in terms of a bid has been placed there by Arsenal and subsequently rejected by Steaua Bucharest. Now, because and the player is highly rated because there's a lot of talk of how it's going to become great and things like that. This is what the owner of Romanian club Steaua Bucharest said. Gigi Becali, the owner of the Romanian club Steaua Bucharest, reveals to the media the arrival of an offer from Arsenal to sign 18-year-old talent Iannis Stocia, nicknamed the new Kylian Mbappe. This is what he said. He said, "We have currently received an offer of about 7.5 million euros for Iannis Stocia. I want 10 million euros plus 20% of the future sell-on clause." Of course, guys, we have talked about this. We have talked about sell-on clauses with Albert Lokonga in the summer. We have talked about sell-on clauses with so many other players there. The likes of Ben White, the likes of Lokonga, the likes of Nuno Tavares. We discussed in depth what it means to put a sell-on clause there for a player. So what is happening, guys, at the moment is that Arsenal are looking for new strikers. They're looking for an important striker, like Fabrizio Romano said. And for me, I'm gonna say this, I'm quite a little bit disappointed. The fact that we want a new striker, the fact that we want someone very important, and then we go out for an 18-year-old. Yes, I know the project that we are running, that is the direction. We are looking for young strikers. We are looking for players that actually have the ability to develop in talent and also become great. Again, 18 years of age, that is not yet there. Lacazette leaving, he's 30, he's been at the club for almost 5-6 years. I don't see how he's replaced by an 18-year-old. And obviously the likes of Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang that are finished, we need someone to provide competition, and also we need someone who can actually get inside that box and start finishing off chances the way we want to. So Iannis Stocia there, not actually not to downgrade the player, really talented. If he joined Arsenal, if he became part of our team, I'll definitely praise him. I'll definitely be happy. But for me, I thought we should be going for the likes of Dusan Vlahovic. I thought we should be going for better strikers, the likes of maybe I could even take Ivan Toney, despite the fact that I do not like him that much. But I just could take Ivan Toney instead of an 18-year-old that comes into a new league, a higher, very, very higher league than he is playing at the moment. Because again, the guys in Bucharest, I don't see a lot of competition. Yes, you could get young talents there, but I don't see a young player coming from there and then massively making an impact on this Arsenal side in the Premier League, and obviously impacting what we want to do, getting a young striker that can bang in the goals, but also develop together in terms of value. Because if you look at the value of the player, it speaks volumes about what he is. 10 million euros. Arsenal have already placed 7.5 million euros on the table. That shows you how much we adore the player. That shows you how much we've been following the player. And it shows you how much the player might be fitting into the plans of Arsenal Football Club. But what I don't understand, guys, is why they want 10 million euros for this young lad. Is he something really like a gem? I don't understand that. And of course, the 20% future sell-on clause. Who says we are buying the player to sell him? Who says we are buying this player to actually give them away? I don't understand. So for me, it should be a very good deal. I think we can actually get this done. And I believe this is more like the Albert Lokonga deal. One that's gonna be done easily and put out of the way. I need your opinions there. I need your thoughts there. Do you need Iannis Stocia? Do we need such a young striker? New Mbappe? New Kylian Mbappe? I've watched some of his clips. I'm not even gonna lie. I've never watched him play 90 minutes. Probably, guys, I'll try to look for one game where he's involved. 90 minutes should be boring. You know what I mean? There are some leagues that I even don't watch. The Romanian league, I don't even watch that league. I'm telling you guys, I don't watch that. But anyway, guys, what I'm gonna do is I'll get some time, watch this lad, give him time, and see, is he really the new Kylian Mbappe, or is it over-exaggerated? Is it just a small pigment of talent coming out there, coming from a very, very, big area, scanty of talent, and that's why he's overpraised. We will get to that. We will get to the bottom of that, and I promise you, I will do that. I will get to the bottom of it. I'll try to see if this player is really worth what Arsenal is going to be, pouring on the table, throwing on the table to get him right there. But of course, talking about players that are worth it, talking about players that are actually really, really worth it, yes, there is Karim Adeyemi, and there's a big transfer boost for Arsenal and all the other clubs that want to get Karim Adeyemi. Because, guys, like I said, there is so much talent to talk about. There is a lot of talent. We missed out on Eduardo Camavinga. I was really hurt in the summer. I thought that was our chance there to get one of the best midfielders in the world in 2025. Because I'm telling you, Madrid, they just signed one of the best talented young midfielders in the world. Of course, now, guys, we have another chance. Red Bull Salzburg, they don't sell us, they don't sell players to us. Patson Daka, we wanted him, went to Leicester City. We wanted Erling Haaland, he went to Borussia Dortmund. And now, Karim Adeyemi, obviously don't forget the man Dominik Szoboszlai, who went to Leipzig. So they do not really sell to us. We do not have any rapport with them. We don't have any financial history with them. We do not actually have transaction history with them. If you look at Liverpool, they've bought Takumi Minamino from there, so probably they could go back. If you look at Dortmund, they've got Erling Haaland from there, probably they could go back. If you look at Leipzig, they've got Dominik Szoboszlai from there, they probably could go back. Even Leicester City, they've got Patson Daka from there, so they could go back because they have done business there with that club. But of course, we've not actually done any any business, and this could be the first piece of business that we do with a big club there, Red Bull Salzburg. Renowned club for producing talent, renowned club for producing very, very successful players in Europe. Because for me, Dominik Szoboszlai is doing well there at Leipzig. Of course, you have the big man there, Erling Haaland, breaking records and doing wonders at Dortmund. You have Patson Daka there, who's already fitting in life at Leicester City, and Takumi Minamino, who's not a starter at Liverpool, but of course, we know as Arsenal Football Club, he smashed us, he destroyed us, he's really talented, and is a very, very, very deadly player. So what I'm going to say, guys, one or two things about Karim Adeyemi. There is a big transfer boost that he will be left to go in the January transfer window. Of course, you remember what happened with Dominik Szoboszlai. He had 1-2-3, and again, he went to Leipzig. We were very close. We wanted to get him there before the January transfer window this year, but he failed, and he actually went over to sister club RB Leipzig. Again, it's the same situation. It's the same situation. We could get Karim Adeyemi available in January. Arsenal should just pour all the money they have for this deal. I'll be absolutely grateful if we do that. And finally, guys, in terms of players wanting to leave Arsenal as well, we're going to be talking about Pablo Mari Escobar. Now, I don't know if his name is really called Escobar, but all the Pablos I've had, they're also called Escobar. Now, one thing I can say about Pablo Mari Escobar is he wants to leave Arsenal. He's not happy. He's not really happy with the game time, or with the game, with the lack of game time he's actually receiving at the club. It's not our fault, guys. It's not Mikel Arteta's fault. It's not even anyone's fault apart from Pablo Mari. He was given his chance there against Romelu Lukaku, against one of the best strikers in the world, and he was bullied. He was absolutely bullied. He was made a nuisance. He looked like absolute nonsense on that pitch, and ever since then, I do not blame Mikel Arteta for never even bringing him closer to the starting 11. Unless Gabriel Magalhaes gets injured, I don't see him really getting game time at Arsenal. So Pablo Mari that says he's actually frustrated. He's not getting game time. He wants to leave. He wants to go back to Flamengo, and Flamengo want him back. The big question, guys, is we have issues with squad depth. We don't want to let go of our best players right now. We don't want to go to let go of all the talent, all the squad depth we have at the moment. We will have to keep some of them. We'll have to have some of them there in the side. So the big question now, do we let him go? Do we keep him? I'd love to ask you that in the comment section below. Pablo Mari, does he stay? Does he go? For me, guys, I don't see how he gets game time. Pablo Mari, Nicola Pepe, of course the likes of Bandeno, they'll have to leave, because I don't see how they become regulars in the Arsenal side again, unless Mikel Arteta is smoking something. So guys, that is the update today. Pablo Mari wants to leave the club. Flamengo interested. Karim Adeyemi, very, very available. Arsenal just need to trigger that 30 million price tag and then get him. Obviously, he's not a joke. He's not a joke. You bring him in, You bring in quality, and obviously, guys, we're also chasing the new Mbappe, Iannis, Stocia. I've said it. He is the new Mbappe. According to rumors, he is valued at around 10 million euros, and of course, the big man there from Stew Bucharest has already come out and said, if you're not giving me 10 million euros plus a 20% sell-on clause, forget it. I'm not giving you the new Kylian Mbappe, the new man who's believed to be a maestro, a forward with no limits. That is Ian Stocia. And obviously, Lars, Saka, Adrian Kajumba, and the Mail saying there could be a big problem for Arsenal. There could be a big problem for Arsenal in terms of Saka and the injuries. Let's get back with the Manchester United preview. Speak to you very soon. Hit the like button, subscribe, and I'll see you at the end of the road.